from the people, the comrades at home. Mnasemaje. Let's see. Help yako imecheck. That's the question of today. Imeingia kweli. Honorable Bonnie Kelong anasema, a retired comrade here. To me, the spirit of the new funding model is good. Okay? In that, the haves and have-nots get their due shares. The big problem lies on the implementation stage. The government should streamline the placement of comrades into the appropriate bands and also must increase the allocation to help. All right, Honorable. I think that's a very valid point. Anonymous hapa anasema, wengine wanapata boom SEM 1 and 2 respectively. Wengine wanapata tu zote pamoja. So what happens to the others? What is the criteria of choosing who is to be given and who is not to be given? Ngoya Fidel Castro Hill anasema, the government's deliberate delay in disbursing help funds is a betrayal of students who rely on it for survival. Education is a right, not a privilege for a select few. While leaders engage in MTPR, thousands of students are struggling with fees, accommodation, and basic needs. Enough is enough. Ay, hapo ame-inject. Harry Ouko anasema, help yangu iliingia Friday, and to some of my friends, there's wako allocation stage with the amount. Wewe uko na president tu hapa. Pale Friday tu, akisema Friday umepata Friday. I see you. Kagina, turudi kwako.
Well, indeed, this is arguably the most impactful show on Kenyan television. As we continue with the discussion right here, now heading towards solutions in terms of impact. Tumesema wanatusikiza. So for the challenges that we've highlighted throughout the shows, and tumesema we are facing, probably what are some of the solutions that will cure this definitely once and for all?
First of all, Kagina, let me clarify that. I mean, on average, every day I get over 100 messages from students. Wote wakiomba 100. Ikienda sana 200.
Unawapea?
Sometimes, na watu wanatumianga tu. Mwingine unajua, anasema niko karibu kujitia kitanzi. Sasa utafanya nini? Lazima hata ukope ndio umtumie. But anyway, what I believe is, atufai kuwa tunafika those desperate levels of a student pursuing a serious course in a certain university. If a student who is at the University of Nairobi pursuing, let's say, engineering or medicine, I think the government is mandated, or rather, it is its prerogative to ensure that students goes through the 4 years in school without frustration. Remember, education is highly recognized in Vision 2030, the blueprint for Moi Kibaki. It is also recognized in United Nations Development Goals, I think number 4. Hata ukienda in our own constitution, Article 43 and 47, all these talk about how you have sustainable education. In my opinion, if at all, ukiangalia ile poto ya e-citizen, it is a perfect portal. Why? Because the government is receiving money. Why don't we have help portal being perfect? In such a way, akufai kuwa kuna mwanafunzi ana receive 80,000, na wako the same class, mwingine anapata 21,000, mwingine anapata 30,000. That is segregation. Remember, there's a press conference I had and I was telling Kenyans that what we are experiencing is something which was coined by Sun Tzu, divide and rule, whereby you allocate some, others you put them in verified stages, others you pay. So at the end of the day, you have some complaining, wengine wametosheka. As you have seen on the screens here, kuna wanafunzi wanasema mpaka SEM 1 na SEM 2 zimeingia the same time. Na kule mwanafunzi ambaye from September last year aje ipata tandururu. What does that tell you? That student is at the verge of dropping out. That student ni yeye mwenye anainama. Do we have the spirit of sharing in our campuses whereby tuseme umepata 60,000 atago, kuna mwanafunzi hata ana 1,000. So really there is that kind of unfair way of doing things. Number 2, I just wanted to clarify on new funding model. Someone saying that the spirit of new funding model is good. I also believe the same. It is a good idea because you want to see how you can eliminate the problems of those who are adversely affected, the needy and deserving students, the hoi polloi, the have-nots. Hao wanafunzi wamepewa pesa kidogo, wametosheka, wamesurvive shule. Now, why don't we have some kind of transparency. Tujue yenyewe hii pesa imetolewa 1.56 billion. We need the Auditor General to audit to see hiyo pesa imetumika namna gani. Ule mwanafunzi ambaye yenyewe aliambiwa apewe 80,000 na mwingine apewe 10,000 based on where they come from, their backgrounds, is it happening like the way they have promised? So really there's a lot of darkness there. I think some kind of, I call it complique semantics, whereby you have complicated the process to make it too ambiguous, even for parents and students. They may not even be able to question because, I mean, it's an opaque affair. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Dono Cheng, what do you make of it? Some of the solutions that probably unasema zimekuwa stopped hapo. Hapa zinaenda direct.
Okay, one, you know, when we were done with our interim report, we were to represent it to the appointing authority, that is the president. That has not been done. So, as a comrade, I feel that's a betrayal to the comrades. Because what I know is that at first, the new funding model, it wasn't working at all. Until the committee was formed, we went through all these meetings. Now we came up with an interim report. One of the recommendations was band 4 and 5 to be done away with. Number 2,
for those who do not understand band 4 and 5, hizo zinaguzia watu wa gani?
Okay, like you see, band 5 ni ya wale watu, like the household, the percentage that maybe a parent is contributing is higher.
Okay.
Then now when it comes to loan, you receive a lower amount
in terms of funding.
Then another recommendation was, if it's an upkeep, let's talk of 60,000. Kila mtu apate hiyo 60,000. Not that mwingine anapata 40, mwingine 60, but the bands are supposed to be done away with. Then I'm not fearless to say this, that even disbanding this committee is not a solution. The solution lies within us as now comrades. It's upon us as the comrades again to come out loudly and speak, because I feel some of our leaders have failed us as students.
But when you say comrades wakuje waongee and you are there as representation, do you feel like the avenue is not working?
The effort I've made to that committee, it has come a point whereby you see, as a matter of fact, most of us are emeritus, in that, you know, for university council and so on, it's always 1 year. For example, the University of Nairobi, as we speak, it's campaign period. So by next week, there'll be election. So we have new leaders. So this ministry and the government treats us not as committee members, but now as emeritus. They don't want to listen to our voice. They have really ignored the voice of the comrades. And therefore, the comrades feel we've betrayed them as their leaders. But I want to shout this out to them, that it's now within us. Just the same way we said the Gen Z must capture power come 2027. We must stand still the same way we stood the other day to fight for help. And some of us got it.
All right, allow me to take it to Linda. I hear your side of the panel have some things they'd love to contribute to this conversation.
There's a lot to contribute, because now that they've talked about the band and the level of its band, wewe ulieko band gani? And were you comfortable with that band?
Like I said earlier, I stopped receiving with the old funding model. So the new funding model, I haven't received anything so far. So
you don't even know which band
I even
you
don't
are.
know the band I am.
Thank you, thank you. Your quick final thoughts before you finalize this as well?
Okay, I was put in band 5. Band 5 is a band whereby I pay, like I'm considered very rich, and you may just check, maybe it's beyond my capability. So like in school, I go to school and maybe like today I went to school, nimepata wameka hapo kwa notice that there's somebody at band 1 paying 6,500. But me, at band 5, I'm supposed to pay 104,000. So you see the gap between that. And the funding model is based on something based on the needs of the students, the student need. And when I talk of the student need, they bring it to the background, the wealth that the parent may have. the situation the parent is in. And this should not be the case. When you look at Children's Act of 2022, Section 28, it states that when I read it together with the Age of Majority Act and Section Article 260 of the Constitution of Kenya, you realize that 18 years is a legal age of adulthood, and at that point, a parent is not obligated to give you support unless it's under their own volition.
So you feel like this is a right for you?
So
Thank you. Is it a right? Do you feel like it's a right?
yeah, I feel like a new funding model should be created that is not discriminatory.
Okay,
You cannot create me based on the ability of my parent. Even my parent, maybe as at now, he does not know where I am. So you cannot bring his wealth to my life. I'm now separated from my parents
Sawa
at 18
Rolex.
years.
Sawa
Yeah.
Rolex.
So the new funding
Yeah.
model
Yes.
itolewe na nimekataa na tumeikataa. That's from the northern Garissa University to the southern Pwani University. Hii maneno tumekataa. We want a new funding model yenye itatu accommodate kama student na to
Sawa.
affect kabisa.
Sawa, thank you, Rolex. Miss K, there's some feedback for us.
Some feedback for us. Kagina, do you want to take that feedback? Because
Well, I hear this feedback is addressed to Don
Right.
by Anonymous. Okay, Don. Wanasema this guy, the Don, was in the funding committee. I can say there was just there for the now benefits. So after getting their stipend, no push for that. That is Kenya we are in now. So declassified. They're saying it's so declassified. Umekula umeshiba sasa unatukana mkunga.
Mimi hata nimekonda. What I want to say, you see, even being in that committee, si ati nimeomoka. I was there to represent the interest of my student. And I've also made an effort based on what is on the ground, based on the raw data. And that's why I want to respond to the guy that without student leaders in that committee, the new funding model could have ingepitishwa kitambo sana. So having student leaders within that committee ndo imefanya at least until the court ili rule this new funding model unconstitutional, because we always air their issues, their demands, and we are aware that help in a delay. As a matter of fact, even after being in the committee, I've been in several press.
Wewe umepata help?
Mimi siku apply help juu
Hey, Don. Hey, Don.
Don, tutakuamini kweli ukishiba. Manyara.
Uja apply, unatetea watu wame-apply.
Let me just add something my brother here said.
Yes.
I think the problem we have, and Kenyans don't understand, is the issue to do with the old funding model and the new funding model is just comparing equity and equality. Equity in essence that wale wanafunzi ambao walikuwa wanalipwa na old funding model, they were all about equality. Nyinyi wote mnapewa pesa the same. Hii ingine new funding model, they want to do it in such a way that ni according to uwezo wako. So when they constitute this committee, I have to say these are only kama huyu kiongozi ni wa University of Nairobi. But that committee was handpicked. Hawakuweka wa viongozi wote ambao wana represent. And that is the problem we have even in our universities. Ndio sababu kuna shinda za help. It is because students are being elected through delegate system as opposed to universal suffrage. So these issues really they have been bulging over time. That's why you are seeing now kuna hiyo shida ya new funding model. Ingekuwa they are really consulting, they are supposed to have public participation whereby you call the real leaders ambao they are influential in those institutions wakuja wapeane the real picture of what is happening for there to have good recommendations. And that report could be even good anyway if they did the right public participation.
Well, all right, those are just some of the recommendations and solutions being given right here by the panelists that we have. But as usual, right here we try and build a summary of some of the recommendations that have been put out there by the comrades that we have and the Gen Z specifically. So, universities must diversify revenue streams. Hiyo sasa ni in terms of funding, but most importantly ni hapa kwa help. wanasema HELB must improve loan recovery and attract private investment such that itakuwa sustainable, si kutegemea tu gava every time wakiwa hawana pesa wanachelewesha. Alafu pia wanasema the government must increase funding and ensure efficiency. Efficiency ni kama vitu hizo za disbursement ikuwe released on time, na pia in terms of it serve the purpose of assisting those who are financially not very much in a position to wapate higher education as well. Kuna other recommendations like public-private partnerships to boost university now themselves, their financial stability, as well as ensuring that universities embrace technology and performance-based funding, such that wale wako na more output, they get more funding to ensure that the students are benefiting even way much better. Ms. Kahiro.
Thank you so much for that, Kagina. Linda has to conclude, with your people on that side.
There are different gaps here. First, there's a communication gap. Communication between the students and the government. Even as you've seen, the committee, there's still miscommunication, and a lot has to be done in regards to that, as well as the high interest rates and many other things that are bedeviling this sector. There is a lot, and I hope the government will address this matter adequately and fast. My name is Linda Koskei. See you again next Tuesday. I'm ready for Tuesday.
Very ready for
See you then.
Tuesday. Well, now, before we conclude, acha tusikie some kidogo feedback from the comrades back at home. Are we ready for them? Okay. Again, swali likuwa HELB yako imecheck kameingia kweli. Let's see. Lewis Maich anasema hello, bado haija check in, wana delay sana from Kenyatta University. Clearly majority of them wanasema bado hawaja receive. Venus Nkatha from KU anasema I haven't received mine. What is really not happening, Venus? We are also looking for that same answer. Next Tuesday, maybe tutakuwa na jibu. George from Moranga University, since January, HELB yangu inasema verified na bado hata sioni dalili ya pesa kuingia. And you wonder, ya leo yenye walisema wametenda kwa kweli, imefikiaje comrades? Wakili Daphne anasema at the Kenya School of Law, we are yet to receive the funds, of which this is very unfair. Wakili, we agree with you, this is quite unfair. Anonymous says, it's been verified for the last 3 months. Nimeinama since Sunday. Mokoro hatumido. Since Sunday. Leo ni Tuesday. Tutumieni ukomred kaka kitu. Joel, hello, I'm a student at Alupe University, student leader. I have received a couple of complaints from first years and second years. Majority are still at the allocation stage since year 1. Kuna shida mahali. Anonymous, my nephew was sent to MKU by COOPS. He only realized that he can't get government scholarship, but only HELB loan. He applied and was given 60K, and the school fee was 120K, so nusu. He managed to study 1 semester of the first year and dropped out. I really pity him. It is really a pity. So, as we close the show tonight, here are my 2 cents. The sudden obsession by the government to do away with old models and introduce questionable new ones is clearly getting out of hand. We have seen it with the transition from NHIF to SHA, and now from the old university funding model to the new one. Now, in both cases, the common mwananchi, the common taxpayer, the comrades become victims of the loopholes overlooked. Collateral damage, if you may. But dear leaders, one life lost because of a failed system is one too many. One comrade missing an opportunity to learn because of a failed system is also a case too many. So as you continue with your obvious campaigns, may you lessen the gimmicks and strive to fulfill your manifestos. I rest my case. That's it from us today. My name is Miss Kahiro. See you next Tuesday. Same time, same place. Good night.
Emer TV, Muthegi Waru.